Well, there are a lot of mistakes you can make if you've been injured on the job that you'll pay for later. So I recently visited attorney Jim Higgins at the Higgins Firm to find out which are the most common. Take a look. Today we're talking about workers' compensation and the biggest mistakes most people make that are also the most common. So attorney Jim Higgins is here to explain for us. So first, you say failure to timely report an injury at work. This is something you see a lot of.
I do. You know, when we do a lot of workers' comp here, and so one of the big problems we have is people will get to hurt at work and they will kind of blow it off, or they won't think it's that big a deal, and they don't report it. And when they realize that it is a more serious injury, by the time they report it, that causes a problem. Under the Tennessee law, you only got 30 days to do it. And if people wait too long, then the employers tend to question it and say, well, why didn't you report it sooner? How do you know this is what caused it? So that time window can be really crucial. So it's important, if someone gets hurt at work, it is important that they tell their employer. It's better to be safe than sorry on that.
Exactly. And another thing that is a common mistake a lot of people make is not getting medical attention soon after the injury that they had at work.
Mm-hmm. And it kind of flows from that same thought process that I see most people have is they get hurt and they think, you know, it's just a strain, or it's not a big deal, or I'm just going to shake it off. And that's normal. We all try to do those things. But the problem is when you go see that doctor, when you get medical attention after you have an injury, then it's documented. Then you've got those complaints documented, and a physician saying what's wrong with you. If it ends up you get better, great, then there's nothing to it. But if you don't, then one, hopefully you're going to get better because you're seeing a physician, and two, you've got it recorded with the doctor's office.
All right, good tips there. Another one you say is failure to be totally honest with your doctor about your personal habits or your medical history. How does this relate to workers' compensation?
A few different ways. A lot of people have a natural tendency to not want to complain a lot. And the doctors, they go in, they say, how are you doing? And they say, oh, fine. And some people complain too much. It's important just to be very straight. A lot of people are concerned about prior injuries that they have. They think that can impact it. But if you hide that, or you're not honest with the doctor, if you've got a back injury and you had one before, you need to tell them, because as long as it's an exacerbation of that injury, it's going to be covered. But if you hide it, it can make you look like you're just not being truthful.
Yep, you can pay for it later. Another mistake, being late or missing medical appointments. How does that relate?
Well, one, you need to go so you can get better, and two, it continues to document your injury. It continues to show what type of problems you're having. So if it ever comes to a point where you need our office to represent you, that's a part of your case that we really use to show the court, hey, look what this person went through. Look at the timeline of the events. See how it impacted their ability to work. It is an important part of your case, and it's very important for you to get better.
Great tips. Those are the most common mistakes people make when they're injured at work. Thank you, Attorney Higgins. Great to talk to you.
Thank you, guys.
The Higgins Firm is serving Tennessee. They're located in downtown Nashville at 116 3rd Avenue in Nashville. To reach them, give them a call at 615-353-0930. Again, their number is 615-353-0930.